greatest of the greatest. A podcast that you never knew you needed. With interviews from people you have never met, or maybe you have once or twice. Asking questions and knowing more than you want to know about them. You are listening to Full Buddy Cast.
Hi guys, thanks for listening on this. Now I don't have a guest with me; it's just me, just Travis here. It's going to be short. It's going to be quick. It's something that I just want to put out there, though. You know, I thought about blogging it, but I'm not going to blog it because I don't think anyone really gets to see that too much. But what I did want to say was how thankful. As I close 2019, I'm just thinking about how thankful I am for everyone that listens, for everyone that wants to record. They want to share their stories. They want to tell jokes. They want to talk about their wild ideas. And then the people that tune into that and give us a like or give us a share or have hit subscribe. You know, it's not a massive audience, but it is an audience, and it's a bigger than expected audience, to believe it or not. You know, when I started this, people ask, why did you do this? Was this fun? And I've said this, and you've probably heard this 1,000 times. It's a hobby. I enjoy it. It's fun for me. Just to see that, see people to begin with, just talk to old friends, full buddies. That's what it was. Just buddies getting together and talking, and that's what I wanted. I just wanted to sit there and chat. And as we have these conversations, if there's anyone else that wants to hear these conversations, they tune in. And you have. And it's so nice and humbling to know that there's so many different things that you can listen to. And you probably do. I'm not the top of the podcast list because listeners, they're podcast listeners. They like podcasts. I probably rank in their podcast, not number 1 or number 2, probably not top 5, but mostly I'm probably the 10th slot. I'm probably, for some people, when it comes to full buddy cast, that it's probably just, binge. You binge. You've kind of got through other stuff earlier on in the week, and then come Thursday, Friday, you pop it in and listen to about 3 or 4 or 5 of them. That's why I try to keep them around 30 to 50 minutes, because it's, you can binge them a little bit more. I don't release anything on a Wednesday. Not really sure why I don't, but I think it's just to give people a break. I don't really release anything on a Saturday or a Sunday either, but I think about 3 to 4 episodes a week is what as much people can probably take of me. And I don't know. I might experiment here and there with Wednesdays and Saturdays and Sundays, but I think that given that midweek break to catch up on Monday and Tuesday on a Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday, and then by Friday you probably listen to Thursday's and Friday's episode, is to just kind of make, not overcrowd you with me. I'm a smotherer. You can ask any girl I've ever had a crush on. I like to smother. And that's not in a way where, I'll tell you this right now. Here's a story I haven't shared yet. I got a girlfriend. I don't talk about this often because it's embarrassing. But when I was like in 7th or 6th grade, there's this girl I liked. Her name was Christy. She went to church with me. Pat Muma used to pick me up, and we used to drive out to the youth group. And on the way home one day, or maybe I was at the youth group, the church. Pat found out who my crush was, and it was Christy. And so he worked his magic by just saying, "Hey, Christy, Travis likes you," and this and that. And I'm nervous, right? Well, she's like, "Okay, cool." And then we got in the car, and it was all 7 of us just crammed in there in this, I think it was a Continental or whatever he had, International, something like that. Something where it sounded like it was like a breakfast. But I put my arm around her, immediately. Hey, we're boyfriend, girlfriend. Boom, arm on her, and pull her in tight on the side. And we drove for maybe 3 minutes. Her place was super close. By the end of the drive, when we dropped her off, she broke up with me. Because I smother. I'm a smotherer. If I like you, I like you. And when I like you, I like you. That sounds like a serial killer right there. Maybe I should admit that just in case. No, I won't do anything. But I was saying I smother. When I like something, I jump right in. Okay. So shortest relationship ever. Arm around her, 3 minutes, broken up with. By the way, her and Pat became boyfriend girlfriend like the next week, and they dated for a while. But what I'm trying to tell you is this: when I like something, I like something. When I smother, I smother. And so it's taking self-control to not record all the time and to release all the time. You would get sick of me. You're probably already sick of me. And yes, do I catch flack for this type of thing where I maybe share too much? Or maybe I say things in a way where, it makes it sound like I'm important. I'm not important, guys. I want you to know that. This is a hobby. I enjoy this. If you're listening, thank you. But I'm just doing this for me. I like to talk. You guys know that. I like to say some pretty interesting stories, I feel. You guys know that. It could be annoying to other people. Nails on a chalkboard. Oh, crap. Here comes Travis with another story. But maybe they still listen because they like that. Man, I hate this so much. But you know that feeling? It's like, oh, man, that smells terrible. But I got to smell it one more time. Or maybe that pain, like, oh, that hurts. But I'm addicted to it. I kind of like that pain. Maybe that's what I am. I'm pain in the ears. Maybe this whole time I'm thinking I'm like this sweet cookie. But really, I'm this vegetable that you hate. But you still eat it. Because you hate it. It's weird. It's a weird thing. I appreciate all the love, the messages, the Facebook messages, the Instagram messages, even getting these gifts. And I don't know how this is happening. My wife's like, yeah, it's Joey. Joey swears up and down it's not him. Maybe it's Kate. I don't know. Maybe I just figured that out. Maybe Joey's like, oh, it wasn't me, but it's Kate. I don't know. But it's like these gifts are so sweet and so cool. And people are listening to it. It's like they listen, so they get me the Nutcracker. They listen, they know I like Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. They listen, we talk about jalapeno chips, we get jalapeno chips. We want a pallet. A little pallet shows up, a little pallet, like I'm talking like 4x4 with a little bag of jalapeno chips. Funny, good, awesome stuff. No return mail address. But it is so sweet. It is so amazing that you guys do this stuff. And again, I don't need to be the first thing they listen to. I know that. And if you do listen and you have listened in the past, thank you. It's humbling to me. Again, this is a hobby. If you've been a guest, thank you. Last year at this time, I thought to myself, man, I would like to just try this for a year. I would like to just see who I could get on the airwaves with me, in a sense, like who wants to jump in. And I'm telling you, the people that like to talk, they jumped on. This is before Joey. This is before Zach. This was Mark Herbert Schmidt. This is Bobby Martinez. This is even Corinne Wozniak, and I can never say that last name right. And that was Amber Masseri. And so we just went with it. And then as we got going, there was other people that were like, hey, I want to be on. I want to do this. This sounds fun. Or I'd have to prod them. You want to be on? I'm trying to get Griffin Eschpeter on. He says he's going to be on. It'd be awesome to have Griffin on. People that I love to have on, I see them in everywhere, in a sense. I see them whether at the grocery store or at work or wherever. Alon Day. Love to have Alon Day on again. Love to have Rachel Heater on again. I know people that are listening. They want to be on. They want to talk about it. But they always say the same thing. I'm not interesting. I don't have any funny stories. You don't have to worry about that. That's fine. People still just want to hear it. People like stories. People like to hear about your day. Is everyone going to want to hear about your day? No. Is everyone going to hear about Travis Kenny's story for the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time? No. My wife hates it. She also has a terrible memory. So she, forgets that I tell her these stories. It's like new every time. which is great for me. I love telling stories. But again, shout out. So as we got going, it's like Zach Peterson. Man, Zach for years I've wanted on, but he is just so busy, and he's kind of like that, had that same attitude, like, well, who wants to hear about me? I'm not exciting and this and that. Boom, we get him on. We have 2 Four Locos and name the show 2 Dorcos with 4 Locos, and boom, it took off. Then Joey wants to get on, his cousin. Hollering with Hollenbeck is born. And then we get Rambling with Rhiannon. Rhiannon jumped on after, she's been on in the past, but she was a lot of fun. I wanted to kind of catch up with her life, And then Mike on the mic, Mike Martinez. Love talking to him. He jumps on. He has no social media, so I can't tag him in anything, and he still pulls in numbers, which is crazy to me. You've got my brother. He wanted to jump on. Other people want to jump on. We've had Adrian. We've had my cousin Aaron. Who else have we had? I feel like I'm missing somebody. I think that's it, though. We've got other people that have contacted me that they want to be on. And I don't know if it's... Oh, Tion. We had Tion on there. I don't want it to become a recurring show for some people because that's too much of a commitment for some people. But I'd love to just boom, boom, boom. Pump them out there. Seriously, I just got to say thank you so much. I'm just absolutely humbled by the response that we get. And do we look for advertisers? No. Are we wanting to? I don't know. Do we want to put out some merch? I don't know. It would be fun. It'd be fun to see that, just to kind of see if that's something out there. Joey keeps talking about these panties. He wants to put some panties out there. Hollering with Hollenbeck panties. If you're interested, let us know. We might put them out there. But I don't know. It's just fun. This is all just fun. Premenopods. It's the names that it's just like you kind of think about it. You're like, ooh, that'd be a good show. Who would be good for premenopods? Boom. Thought of Amber and Corinne. I've had SJ on, Sarah Johnson on as well. So if you have any ideas or who you want to listen to, who I can maybe bug to see if I can get them on. If you want to be on, let me know, man. I'd love to set up some time. It's easy. Just walk right into this studio that you're going to walk in and you're going to go, this is a studio. It isn't. It's better than what it used to be. People used to walk in. It used to be a table, even before Joey and Zach. I think Zach, man, way back in the day, it was just a coffee table and this giant recording unit and a laptop, a slow laptop. Slow. Took forever to edit anything. Kind of got some upgrade, bought a new laptop. Thank you to Jamie for that, for like, hey, let's go get a new laptop. I'm like, thank you. It's also for her too, but it was mostly for this help edit, and Bobby came over one day. Bobby's like, they have heated storage units where people just kind of like set up their studio and then they just walk in and just record at any time. And I'm like, dude, that's such a good idea. Where could that be? And I'm like, oh yeah, I have actually kind of something that's like that. So I cleaned out the room, started pulling out my old posters and making this little backdrop. Took a few pictures of it, had Zach on. Again, not thinking that it was going to be, just kind of like, hey, this is cool. Look at my new cool thing. Nothing like anything. And then next thing you know, Joey kind of sees that and he gets involved. And then his wife comes on, Kate. That episode, lots of downloads for that one. A lot of people like Kate and Joey. They like them both. Talk about different people from in the community. I'm rambling at this point. It's just that you just get going. But thank you for an awesome 2019. I'm looking forward to the 2020. I'm trying to get our heads together a little bit and figure out what we want to do with this. There's always been talk of making an app and making it where it's just an easy thing where you can go to and read blogs and watch some vlogs and listen to some pods, Just a little simple. It's offered to us. It's been offered to us through who our provider is. And so it's just a matter of, and they'll build it. I just need to kind of think about it a little bit more because I don't want to, I don't know. Just it's something where I'm trying to work through that, you know. Again, it crosses that line between hobby and actually putting yourself out there. I've already had people say, "Why does he have a podcast? Who cares about what he has to say? What Travis Kenny? Who cares? He's from Enumclaw, you know, like who cares?" It's like, yeah, I agree. Who cares? I don't care. Like, I do it for fun. This is my hobby. But then you start thinking about putting yourself out there a little bit more, and it gets a little scary, making that jump. And, you know, you only live once kind of thing. But at the same time, you're thinking, like, I don't know. That's a big commitment. That's a lot of people that, you know, you're going to generate more people either way. You're going to get more listeners, but you're also going to get more haters. You know, maybe it's easier for me just to say it's just a hobby, and I can just continue to say it's a hobby, and whatever happens, happens. But again, I'm thankful for all the listeners. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for if you're a guest or you host a show with me. I'm thankful for you. It's been a lot of fun. I've made some awesome memories so far, and it has grown in the past 4 months more than I had ever thought it would. Ever. And I'm thinking, I'm always like, okay, it's going to plateau. It's just going to plateau at this point. And it might go down a little bit, it might go up a little bit. And I'm thinking we might be there already. But then it just, next month, boom, doubles our numbers. Boom, doubles our numbers. And it's like, holy crud. Holy cow. But thank you so much, guys, for listening. Please review. Please leave a review. Please share. Please subscribe. Pump those numbers. We're almost at 10,000 overall. We're about 800 downloads away from 10,000. And I've got 100 episodes out there. So if somebody a little over 100, if somebody has not subscribed before and just wants to just jump in there, subscribe, auto subscribe, and then just download the podcast, that's 100 right there. I need 8 people to do that. If 8 people haven't done that and they're listening, go do that, please. Boom, I'm at 10,000. I'm 800 away. It's not that far. I mean, if I get 8 people out there, grab someone's phone, punch in fullbuddycast, one word, say, hey, listen to this. Okay, you're gonna hear something. If you don't like it, skip to the next one. Everything's got a same vibe, but also different vibe as well. Here's my favorite episode. Listen to this one. You know, I want to know what your favorite episodes are. What one do you like? Who's the guest, the host? I gotta know this stuff because it helps me make better decisions on how I can help entertain you. You have a busy work day every day. You have a drive, or you have a time where you can throw something in your ears. It could be in your work day, after a meeting, or at lunch, in the car, working out, something like that. Maybe even during a meeting, who knows? But I know you can listen to 100 different things, and that's awesome. And if you do that, that's great. And if you just happen to listen to this, that's great too. But I'm doing this to kind of help make it a more entertaining day for everybody out there, including myself. So share it. Share it with me. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you want to see. Are there themes you want us to talk about? Are there things that you want us to do? I can only figure out what I'd like. That's fine by me. If this is just for me to do that, that's fine. But if there's a certain person, certain theme, certain anything, boy, I'd love to hear about it. And I've heard a lot over the years, people's this and that, and I try to tweak it to where what I'm kind of hearing. But again, the bigger the voice, the bigger the change that I can make. Or don't change anything at all. I'm fine by that too. Maybe I found something that semi works. So appreciate all you guys. Have a great 2020 and a good end to 2019. I will have other episodes coming out. Got one coming out, 2 coming out this week, another coming out I got a few others. I'm going to kind of avoid Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Let you guys have those days, obviously. You don't need to be listening to me. Spend time with your family. But then on the 26th, bright and early, there'll be something there for you to help you get through the rest of your week after the holidays, actually the Christmas holiday, and then into the New Year's. Counting down some things. 2019 is a decade, end of a decade. And send me your top 10 lists. Send me the stuff that you like. What's your top 10 decade? I'll read them off. I don't care. I love that. You don't have to come on. Just send me your list. Send me your top 10 albums, hip hop albums from 2010 to 2019. Or favorite movies. I'll read them. Favorite. I'll stop everything. I'll have an emergency press conference. I'll post it, even if I've already posted an episode. You send it to me. If I get a little bit of a collection there, I will read them all. This is who so-and-so says. This is who so-and-so says. And I'll give you a commentary. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's good. I'm like, no, that's trash, bruh. That's trash. But I probably won't say it's trash because I appreciate you and I love you and I'm in your ear. It's kind of creepy. Have a great week. Talk to you guys. See you guys soon. Send me your messages and your lists. And thank you for listening. Take care.